All right. Well, good morning, everybody. And we are glad to see some of our participants are already logging in. We're waiting for some of our participants on Facebook. So while we give everybody some time to log in, we first want to welcome Talisha Holloman and Allison Shamara to our presentation today, Vulcan Materials Academic Success Center. And we will start in a few minutes. So settle down, settle in, get your coffee, and get ready to join us. Lots of information will be coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're still waiting for a few more people, but just as we have some housekeeping items, a couple of things is this is our 8th webinar, summer webinar. So if you've had a chance to see the previous ones, or if you haven't, they're all live on Facebook and they're on our website at uab.edu/family. So you can go back and look at those webinars, or if you need to go back and look at them at any time. And so again, today you will have the opportunity to ask questions. You can use the Q&A button and write your question in. You will also be able to view this again live at the end of the session. And just let us know if we can help you in any way. You can send us an email at families@uab.edu. But without further ado, we welcome again Talisha Holloman and Allison Shamara to our presentation. I hope I'm saying your last name correctly, Allison.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So welcome everybody, and go ahead. It's all yours.
Great. We're both just glad to be here and just to share some specifics about our department. We pride ourselves in academic growth and academic retention at Vmasc as a support system here at UAB. So welcome, and I'll move forward with Ms. Xiomara just giving us a great introduction to our
department.
Our resources here.
Yes. Thank you for that. So we all know, students need a little extra help in certain areas, and that's kind of why our department is here. We're here to help students in any way, academically, personally, any kind of workshops. We'll talk a little bit about that more. But we're located on the 2nd floor of Stern Library. If you're ever on campus, you can always pop in and come and see us. Miss Holloman is the tutor coordinator, and I am the SI coordinator. And we share a lot of certain job roles, and we lead the workshops. So a little bit about us. We're targeted to support undergraduate students, and we offer free tutoring, supplemental instruction, academic and exploratory advising, and success coaching. Also, our workshops are very popular, and at our office we offer study hours for students to kind of have a quiet location to pop in and do their homework, or just somewhere that they can rest during their days on campus. So I'm gonna hand this slide over to Ms. Holloman.
Thank you. So as Ms. Xiomara stated, I am the tutor coordinator for Vmasc. We offer free one-on-one tutoring in biology, chemistry, math, psychology, and sociology. Students can set up tutoring appointments through BlazerNet by clicking My Tutor. It's also many students don't know is how accessible our tutoring is. Like for each subject that we offer tutoring for that you are currently taking, you can have 3 sessions, 3 50-minute sessions of tutoring for those courses per week. So there is no limit. The limit is 3, but that's quite enough to get in and get the tutoring that you need. We have 3 locations that mainly operate. Right now, we're only operating out of Vmasc and off-campus student lounge, and we're looking to start hosting tutoring in the residence hall coming up in the spring, and we're still talking about that with the coordinator there. We can have drop-in appointments for tutoring. I suggest that if you just in the nick of time and you would like to make a tutoring appointment, call our Vmasc office and we can put in those last minute appointments, because the last minute appointments may not show for you, but they may show for me and our staff. So you can always call Vmasc to see if we have an opening for that day.
Mhm. Are you offering online tutoring for fall?
Yes, thank you. We have online for the summer right now. We're online and in Vmasc and off campus. For the fall, it's going to be the same way. We're going to keep that online tutoring going and also in person. So some students prefer online, some students prefer in person. We're going to make them both accessible for the fall. So if you would like to, when you make your appointment, please be sure to choose if you want online tutoring or if you want on campus tutoring. So just keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Thank you. So I'm the supplemental instructor coordinator. We offer supplemental instruction basically for biology, math, and we just added one class for kinesiology online. If your course is, offered, you'll have a Canvas shell, and the student will definitely know that they're part of a course that has SI instruction. Their teachers kind of really want them to be proactive and will definitely encourage them to attend. But supplemental instruction is a peer-led group study session. It's kind of like group tutoring. It's led by a student who has taken the class in the past. They know how the instructor works. They know how the exams are going to be. And of course, they're free and kind of more of a flexible schedule. You don't have to sign up for them. You can kind of just pop in whenever it's available. And it's focused mostly on biology and math. And right now we just added kinesiology. So if you're on an online course that offers it, it will be paired on the student's Canvas shell. They'll definitely know that it's available for them. And it's really good for mock exams. The student has taken the class in the past. Sometimes they reuse old questions. So it's just something that we like to offer for those specific areas, math and biology, and now kinesiology.
Great.
Mhm.
Our exploratory advising, I think, is one of our foundational pieces here at Vmasc as well, because many times students come to campus, they're unsure about what their major are, or maybe they're not as quite prepared for that major as the University UAB would like for that student to be. So this is kind of like a luncheon board. You are assigned an advisor normally based on your last name. And what they do is take you through the necessary coursework, create that plan for you to go into your desired major or help you pick that desired major. And right now, our exploratory advising is in the areas of undeclared nursing, undeclared engineering, undeclared biomedical sciences, and undeclared healthcare management. So if you're ever like indecisive or in the middle, and sometimes we do have students who GPA is just not where it needs to be to go in their major. And sometimes students that kind of move into exploratory advising just for a moment to get that GPA where they would like it to be. And a lot of times that's not like a failing GPA. It just may be that that GPA is not high enough for that particular program. And so when that happens, we do have that exploratory advising in place to springboard you into your desired major.
Mhm. That was a good way to put it. Yeah, you never know what you might like to do in the future. We also offer academic workshops, and it's designed to improve students in an interactive experience. We typically do have them on campus, but I think we are going to move to an online mode. In the past, online has been really successful with student attendance. We offer, study skills, learning styles and strategies, and time management skills. Ms. Holloman, would you like to talk about the academic workshops?
Yes. One moment. So our academic workshops are geared toward helping students in time management, organization, as far as how to set up your study hours to match your courses that you're taking at that time. We work heavily on just creating workshops that are research-based, helping students implement proven strategies that help to build comprehension, reading, writing skills, study skills, how to take an exam, just those basic transferable skills that can be used throughout your academic journey, throughout your courses. So if you're ever thinking, how effective are my notes? You should jump into one of our note-taking workshops. I just completed one with a group of students on how to take Cornell notes. And the students, even the facilitator, she was like, I wish I would have had this when I was in college. Most students come to our workshops. Sometimes they come like their sophomore, their junior year. And they always say, I wish I would have had this earlier. So I just think, especially coming in to UAB, these workshops could be a great resource to kind of help you build the skills necessary to navigate in some of our courses, because oftentimes what's in the book is going to be left up to the student to comprehend, and then the professor has a different set of material that's covered in that class. So working on those comprehension skills in your study time, and also taking notes effectively during instruction, it's a great benefit to promote your academic success. So keep those workshops in mind. They are study skills, note-taking skills, time management, and how to take an exam. And that exam prep covers multiple choice, fill in the blank, short answer, and essay. So it covers all of the different type of tests that you will encounter.
Mhm. I like that we're gonna offer it for online in the fall.
Yes, me too.
And
Right.
for our study hours, our office is really quiet. It's kind of like the quiet zone. It's a good space to kind of, come and just do your homework. We often have students that come just as like a relief from the campus during the day to kind of work on stuff. They can log in their hours so we can keep track of their study hours for them. And we do partner with a lot of campus organizations and programs that require the study hours. So if you're in a program that requires you to do study hours, you can always come and have them here. We also have students that they can come for academic coaching as well. That's something I think we're going to talk about a little bit more in this presentation. Oop. Sorry, let me go back. So for academic coaching, we often will meet with a student that feels like maybe they need, a third party to kind of see what is going on with them. And a lot of times they'll come and just sit with us about their class schedule. We'll talk about study skills. So that's where the workshops really come into play, is that we can kind of see where, they might be lacking in certain areas and kind of help them get the better, study ability, note-taking ability, and just kind of help them through the semester as a third or second party, person. We also offer, we didn't talk about this, the peer partners, which is a mentorship program that Ms. Holloman kind of spearheaded. And would you like to talk about that?
Thank you. I was going to just pick up as soon as you. Yes, the peer partner is another wing of tutoring, and it's not subject specific. So if normally for our tutoring, as you notice, is geared towards the math and the sciences and social science. But for the peer partner, just say you're having a history class or an art history class and you need a study buddy. Well, a peer partner can help you with those transferable skills that we have, like during our workshops, how to take the notes effectively for that class, how to study for that class. Just say you created your own index cards. You need someone to call the terms out or the identifications out for you while you're studying. They can be your study buddy. Not only that, our peer partners have been trained to help students organize their schedule. They have a great template that they're using. That's a weekly template that have students to lay out the classes they're taking, what major assignments are due that week, and just kind of help the student become acclimated to life on campus. So if you're feeling like this is something new, I need a buddy, I need a study buddy, I need someone that I can pair with to kind of help me get the swing of things of how to conduct my academics and pretty much my organizational skills here on campus. A peer partner, that is a good person to pair with. In order to make an appointment with a peer partner is just like setting up your tutoring appointment. You will go to BlazerNet, you will click My Tutor, and for your subject, you're going to choose peer partner. And then all of the peer partner availability will come in, will populate, and then you just pick the one that works best for you. And it's the same with tutoring. I just want to reiterate that tutoring is free here on campus. Once you go into BlazerNet and you click My Tutor, only the subjects that we offer tutoring for that you are presently in those courses is going to populate in your portal. That's important to know, because sometimes students feel like I got to go through all of this courses just to find mine. No, it's specific to you. Once you sign into BlazerNet, only your courses are going to show that we offer tutoring in. Once you click your course, then you will pick the hours that works best for you. So just know that the tutoring, it is student specific to your schedule and your course load. So that makes it a little bit easier of making those tutoring appointments as well.
Thank you for that. I think that we have a QR code if you wanted to like screenshot this or take a picture of it with, your phone. It'll take you directly to our website. But I'm going to put our website link in the chat box for everyone. Oh, it's already in there. Here it is again, in case it didn't go through. And for tutoring, this is the website that has all of the courses that we have listed for tutoring, and it kind of walks you through how to make a tutoring appointment a little bit more. If your student, has any questions. So other than that, this is more about our information, how to get into contact with us. If you have any questions or concerns, we'll be available to answer those, and you can type them in the chat box if you would like.
Awesome, great information. There is plenty of resources available, I think, for our students, not just from the tutoring, but also developing some of those essential skills, note-taking skills, and just a quiet place to study. And so I think a key component here also is don't wait till things are going down, maybe not as well as you would expect. There's always an early start, or if you feel that you need assistance, reach out to Vulcan, to Vmasc, and they're there to help you. So we're going to give people some time for questions, so you can put your question in the Q&A section. We also are monitoring also Facebook. And so if you have any questions, please, this is a great time to ask. All these services, correct, are free of charge. Students can sign up through BlazerNet. Is that correct? That's what we are summarizing. And also an early start to any support that you need is key. Don't wait till, you're getting into finals and now you need to start early. As soon as any support is good. And there's plenty of resources available. Are there any, while we wait for questions, are there any other tips or suggestions that you would give families or students? Sometimes they may be hesitant about reaching out because they want to give it another try on their own. What would be your response to that? I want to keep trying and then look for help.
I would like to provide an example in what we're seeing from just the basic data from our students. Most of the students that make appointments with us are the students that have the 3.8 and up GPAs. The next population of students that come to us for tutoring are the students that are required because they're not meeting the minimum GPA requirement for the university, which is overall a 2.0. So don't look at tutoring for struggling students. Look at tutoring as a way to stay ahead. It's a way to stay abreast, So again, that 3.8 student, a lot of times, if they can't get an appointment, I've had students like tears saying, Miss Holloman, I need to get in for that appointment. So keep that in mind. Tutoring is not because I'm struggling. Tutoring is because I want to stay ahead. I want to make sure that I'm prepared. And that's what we're here for. We're here for support. It's not the idea of this is where students go, like everybody in Vmasc. If you see them in Vmasc, they're not. No, that is the total opposite. Total opposite. The study hours that we have during the fall, especially, our office is full of students. And as a matter of fact, I know we kind of miss it now because it's just like you just walk through our student lounge area and it's just kind of empty. But during the fall is full of student life. Some students they have their headphones on, so they can listen to their music while they study. We have laptops students can check out. Some students don't know that, and I tell students when they meet with me, we have laptops that while you're in Vmasc, you can check out our laptop. If you left your laptop at home or you don't have a laptop or you want to be in a quiet place to study and just your laptop is back at home or at your dorm, still come to Vmasc. Check out one of our laptops. You can do your work there. So we have the resources there to help students be successful. And one thing I do, so you were going to say, Allison?
Well, I think being an off-campus student also has a lot of difficulties that students aren't really aware of when they first begin, especially if you're solely online. We want to make sure that we're offering as much support in person as we are with the off-campus and online students. And I've had several students have like major time differences where they live versus, when our office is open. And we just want to work with you the best we can. So if you ever run into a situation, we're always here, and please just email us. We're very flexible and we're very individualized, I feel like, for every student. Students need, and the same as Ms. Holloman was saying, don't think of tutoring as it's an emergency and you're a bad student or something. It's just kind of a way to stay on top of your course and to ensure that you're going to get a good grade. We do open tutoring the second week of school, correct?
Yes. We'll start the 29th. We'll start tutoring on the 29th of August. I think that's our date.
Yes, so you'll start being able to book the 29th.
Yeah, and it's actually, once we close out the summer, students, you can make your appointments within 2 weeks. So really you can start making your appointments as soon as we close out the summer semester. That last date, I can't think of it right now. Is it the 15th, something like that? Once we cut off the summer, then I'm going to automatically open up tutoring for the fall. So students, you'll be able to make those appointments at that time. And what we're finding is students, the first 2 weeks of class, it was like, oh, everything is just going lovely. All is well. And then that fourth week, everything picks up. And I can remember this from being a classroom teacher. I mean, like, let me tell you, at that very beginning, teachers, even they are basically just pacing. This is where we're going. I know it sounds like it's easy, but this is where we're going. I want to make sure that you're okay because we're coasting. But that third, fourth week, it picks up.
Yes,
so
the first
are kind of like not at a 100%, at close to that 100% at that first 2 weeks, go ahead, sign up for tutoring. Get some extra support. Not saying you're not gonna do well, but that again, just staying ahead. I'm telling you, the fourth week, that's when the data shows our tutoring goes up higher it sparks in that
Mhm.
4th week of class. So I suggest by the 2nd week of class, just start making go ahead and book
Mhm.
tutoring appointments.
Usually the first exam will really trigger students because they think they're very prepared or the class isn't that hard yet. And then once they get, that first round of exam grades, that's when we tend to be booked. So we always encourage people to, start booking tutoring appointments. If you go to first few ones, throughout the week, and that first exam hits, you're going to be way more prepared than most of your peers. So I
Yes,
like
and
that we're trying to take the stigma away from tutoring as, an emergency situation instead of just staying on top of your course.
yes,
Mhm.
I like that, because that 4th week, we don't want the panic, right? We want to like stay on course, stay prepared, stay ahead. On one of our workshops, talk a lot about cramming before an exam, you know,
Don't do
and
it.
yeah, and learning in chunks. So it's really good to get that tutoring in chunks instead of saying, I'm going to go to tutoring right before my test. You get your
Mhm.
syllabus at the beginning of the course, you got it in Canvas, you know when all the major tests are going to be. I wouldn't wait to the week of the test directly before to schedule that tutoring appointment, because we know the research says that the brain learns
Mhm.
best in spacing. So we're not going to just get one tutoring appointment and take the test. Now,
Mhm.
if you're highly efficient and you just want a refresher and you want somebody to study with, yes. But if you know that, you want a letter grade higher, which the research does say that students that receive tutoring have a letter grade higher versus students that do not. So space those tutoring appointments out,
Yeah.
put them there, use that spacing effect, you
Mhm.
know, learn in chunks, because the brain is going to retain that information better than trying to cram at the last minute.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Very similar with supplemental instruction. We found with the students that attend at least 4 sessions, their GPA is a point grade higher than their peers that do not. We tend to get a lot of panic students around exam times. Like one course, for example, had 97 students show up before an exam because they were that stressed out. It was genetics. And of course, that we had SI leader staff to help all those students before an exam. So it's just something to keep in mind, and we want to make sure that we're available and these resources are out here, especially for online students. Does anyone have any questions?
This is great information. I think we're waiting for a couple of questions. So everybody, if you would like to submit your question right now, you've got
Mhm.
the experts here that can help you. I love the fact that you stressed seeking tutoring or seeking assistance is just staying on top of the game. So we don't need to be looking at it as, you're struggling and you need assistance. It's just staying on top of the game. And then, definitely the cramming, the fact that, you learn better in chunks is also important. So spacing it out and knowing, starting early again is part of what we're stressing. So I'm monitoring both Facebook and our Zoom. And again, if you have any questions, please go ahead and put them in the chat or in the Q&A section. And while we wait for questions, I just want to remind everybody today at noon, we have another webinar. It's by Student Counseling Services. Tomorrow at noon, we have one from Wellness Promotion. And then on Friday at 11, we have one from UAB Transportation. And then at 2:30, we have one from UAB Recreation. And so join us, sign up, register for those webinars. And again, as we wait for questions, I think we've covered a lot of information here. If you would like to go back and look at the video of the recording today, it's going to be a lot ready on Facebook when we finish. And then our caption video recording will be on our website within about a week. So, and if you've missed any of the previous webinars, you can go on our website, uab.edu/families, go under the communications tab, and then you'll see 2023 webinars, and then you can see all the webinars we've already had, and we keep adding the new ones about a week after we caption them. So one question that we did have is, what is the hours for Vulcan for Vmasc? When can students, when do you open, when do you close?
During the fall semester, we are Monday through Thursday,
Mhm.
8 to 7. On Fridays, we're 8 to 5 for Vmasc. During the summer, right now, we're 8 to 5 every day. Monday,
Mhm.
8 to 5, Monday through Fridays.
And
And
remember, there's that online option, right, as well?
Yes,
to
and then
receive
that online option for, thank you, that online option for tutoring, it does conclude at 5. I have those students tutoring to 5 online.
Mhm.
And we
That's
do have
Monday,
tutoring here. Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. And
Yeah, we do have at the
one of our
off-campus student
partnerships,
lounge. Yeah, so
yes,
we
we love
see students coming in, and we love the fact that they have another space in addition to the space at Stern Library. We have it here on the off-campus lounge here on the first floor of the Hill Student Center, Suite 140. We have a special area where students can have their tutoring session. And so it happens throughout the day, throughout the week. So we're happy about that partnership.
Yes,
So
we
we
always-
don't seem to have any questions at the moment. Again, if you want to submit questions later, if you have specific questions that you would like to send either to Talisha or Allison, you can email them at vmasc@uab.edu, and they'll be glad to respond to your questions. Is there any last words you want to say before we go this morning?
I just want to say thank you for having us and sharing your morning with you. We really just appreciate your time, and I hope that this encourages students to come and see us. Mhm.
Same here. We're here for you as a support system. You guys is what I just don't, I'm kind of cheesy, but look, you guys are the reason why we're here. Okay. So without you,
Mhm.
you guys are our purpose. You are our sole purpose. So don't ever think that these services, don't just avoid these services. We're here for you. We're here to support you. We pride ourselves as being a additional support system here for you on campus. So
Mhm.
just don't ignore the resources. And I would like to also chime in and say, we have our fall final study party. This is the third year. It's geared by Ms. Jasmine Williams for first year experience. And Vmasc, we partner with her, and we have a great final study party. And on that night, we go to about 10 o'clock. We start about 5 or 6. We have food, entertainment for study breaks, brain breaks, but we have tutors for all areas. The Writing Center also come and partner with us as well. So they also, the past 2 years, they have been partnering with us. So they come over from the English part. So they do the writing piece. I have biology tutors, math tutors, social science tutors. You can go from room to room getting tutoring that night. And we have a pretty high participation. So if you just getting ready for your finals, it's normally the first Thursday of every December. So the first Thursday in December, don't forget that we're going to have our final study party. Please follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and we will also advertise it there. So there's different things that we do to kind of to encourage you, on your journey, because we know some of you guys are still going to try to pull an all-nighter. So we're going to help you with that.
Well, thank you very much, Talisha and Allison, for being here today. And thank you, everybody, for being here. Remember that we are all here to make sure and to be in that journey together. So our joy is to see your student success. So that's why we also have all of these support services, and we're partnering with different campus offices and departments so that you know what's available here. We're in this journey together. Again, if you have any questions, email Vmasc, or if you have any questions, you can email families@uab.edu, and we will help you find the correct answer. We love being in this journey together, and we love the fact that we'll see each other in 4 years. You know, when graduation comes, it's great to see people we were with at freshman year and then throughout their journey. So thank you, everybody, for being here today. And we wish everybody a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you, Talisha and Allison. And
Yes,
that
thank
ends
you.
our webinar. All
It's a
right.
pleasure, always. Thank you.
Bye,
so much.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye.